Welcome to SuQuietSleep. I'm so glad you are here tonight. Find a comfortable position and let your body settle gently beneath you. Relax your shoulders. Release any tension in your jaw. Soften the muscles around your eyes and brow. Take a slow breath in through your nose and breathe out through your mouth. With each steady breath, the sounds of your day begin to fade quietly into the background. There is nowhere else you need to be tonight. Now, let yourself drift softly into tonight's story. Tonight, we step softly to the broad water in the southeastern gardens of Chang'an. 3 days before the Dragon Boat Festival, the 5th day of the 5th lunar calendar, nearly 1,300 years ago, at the height of the Tang Dynasty. It is the hour before sunrise. The water around the lake in the southeastern garden is still and quiet. The paths through the gardens are empty. Chang'an City remains under curfew, with the walled gates still closed until the morning drums begin to echo from the center of Chang'an. The eastern sky is only beginning to pale beyond the low rooftops and the dark shapes of the cypress trees along the garden wall. Not far from the dock, a lone figure walks quietly along the lakeside path. He carries a small lantern and moves with the unhurried pace of someone who has made this journey many times before. Ahead of him, a familiar shape rests beside the water, waiting in the darkness for a little while longer before the city wakes. He has the whole lake and the boat to himself. The lake lies calm and wide. Its surface is a shallow gray mirror. The distant pavilions along the far shore, only faint shapes in the early dark. The air is warm with the season, heavy and still. carrying the faint smell of damp earth and the lotus beds. Somewhere in the dark, at the center of the pool, a narrow dog reached out from the bank. Beside it, the dragon boat waits, tied with 2 ropes to the dog post. Its painted hull dark in the lamplight. He is the boatman who cares for this official dragon boat vessel. His hands have known its rope and its wooden grain for many years. He loosened the knots slowly. Through the quiet hours of the night, 2 ropes have held the boat beside the dog, one at each end. His fingers walk through each knot with care. The fiber, thick and slightly damp from the night air. He hangs his lantern on the dog post. Its amber light falls across the dog plants and across the side of the boat, picking out the curve of the painted skulls along the hull. The boat makes the smallest movement when the last rope is free. A soft shift against the wood of the dog. The sound of water sliding along a hall. The pool receives it gently. He coils the rope and places them on the dog. The dragon boat floats free for the first time this season, swaying just slightly in the still water. He steps into the boat, finds his footing on the hull plank, and reaches for the paddle. He places both palms against the dog post and pushes gently. The hull slides away from the dog with a slow, smooth motion, and the dark water opens around it. The paddle slips into the water with almost no sound. The mist holds close to the surface, and the ripples behind the boat fade gently into it. He rows with a patient rhythm, a long reach forward, a gentle pull, a pause while the boat floats between strokes. Each pull sends a narrow ripple across the still water, and the mist closes behind it as if nothing has passed. The paddle moves through the water with an even, familiar resistance. The whole finds its balance with each stroke, settling into the surface of the pool. He rows without hurrying. The strokes coming one after another in the quiet dark. The lantern on the dock grows smaller behind him. Its reflection stretches across the pool surface. A thin amber line that wavers once and then holds still. Near the center of the pool, he lets the paddle rest across the rim of the boat. The lotus leaves are closed. Their round shapes rest flat on the surface. Dark green discs, each one of them still and heavy with the morning damp, arranged in loose cluster that the mist softens into something quieter still. The boat drifts gently among them. The leaf part just enough to let the whole pass, then settle back. He does not paddle. The boat moves slowly of its own remaining momentum, turning a little as it goes. The mist is very close here at the center of the pool. It rests just above the water, softer than early light, thicker than air. The far bank has disappeared into it. The dock lantern is only a faint warm blur behind him. The lotus leaf rests on the water all around the boat. Not a single one moves. The pool has been silent. But now, something shifts at its edges. A waterbird calls once from the far reed bed. A single low note, lingering for a moment, and then it's quiet again. Near the western bank, a long-legged waterbird stands in the shallow. One leg raised, perfectly still. It has been there since before he arrived. As the gray morning light slowly increases, it lowers its foot and takes one step through the water. then become still once more. The fish beneath the surface begin to move. He can see the faint disturbance just below the lotus leaf. A slow turning, a depth beginning to wake. Pool is still. The water is waking in its own slow way. He lets the boat drift to a full stop. The paddle rests across the seats. The dragon boat sits at the center of the pool. The mist wrapping around its hull. The dark water perfectly flat on all sides. There is no wind. The mist holds the boat as if the pool has taken it in. From here, the dog lantern is only a faint warm point in the gray. The shore is a soft line of trees and rooftops on all sides. All of it equally distant. All of it equally still. He sits with his hands on his knee. The mist is very close. It rests just above the water, moving only with the boat slightest turning. The pool holds the silence completely. The only sounds are the faint creak of the hull and the soft, slow sound of water against the front of the boat as its hull is placed. The Chang'an eastern sky brightens slowly. A thin wash of pale gray appears above the Chang'an city walls. Then a faint line of blue behind it. And then, very gradually, a warmth at the horizon that has no name for its color yet. Only the sense of light arriving from somewhere far beyond the rooftops. First, the tiles at the top of the pavilion roof take on a faint shape against the sky. Then the eave of the nearer shore buildings separate from the dark behind them. The willow branches along the bank become distinct outlines. They are long lines dropping towards the water. The mist thins as the light increases. The surface of the pool catches the new brightness and holds it. A pale diffuse glow spreading outward from the eastern bank towards the center of the lake where the boat rests. From the city center, the low beat of the morning drums begins to travel across the wards of Chang'an. A distinct rhythmic signal that the gates will soon open. Chang'an City wakes as one body, slowly. The pool remains still and gentle in its own time. The rhythm of the return is the same as before, long and even and calm. The boat turns slowly. The trail of ripples behind it crosses the faint path it made before, and the thinny mist closes over them again. Little by little, the shore grows closer. The lamp on the dock becoming more distinct as the boat draws near. A small warm flame still burning steadily in the brightening morning. The morning light has reached the hall. The painted skills along the side catch it as a faint gloss. At the front of the boat, the dragon head faces the shore and its eye forwards. He paddles without hurrying. Each stroke is the same as the last. The paddle enters the water and glides through it. The pool receives it without resistance. The dock is closed. The ropes rest where he left them on the dock. He guides the boat alongside the dock. The dragon head slides gently past the post. He reaches out and holds the hull steady against the wood. One rope is tied at the front of the boat, then the other at the back. Soon, the boat is secure beside the dock once more. It rests beside the same dock and the same two posts where it spent the night. The morning light falls across the hall now. The lacquer catching the pale early color of the sky. The scales bright where the lantern had made them dim. He lifted the lamp from its hook. For a moment, He stands at the end of the dock. The pool behind him, wide and still. The mist has thinned to almost nothing. The far bank is visible. The pavilion roof lines. The line of willow trees. The water, flat and pale, beneath the morning. The boat rests gently at the dock once more. 3 days remain before the Dragon Boat Festival. The pool is calm and the morning has fully arrived. And so the boatman walks back along the dock posts as the first light of morning spread quietly across the pool in the southeastern gardens of Chang'an. The dragon boat is tied and still at the dock behind him, its hull carrying the pale reflection of the early sky. The ropes firm at the posts. The mist lifting from the surface of the pool as the world of Chang'an slowly wakes. The pool is wide and calm. The willow branches still. The lotus leaf beginning to open in the new warmth of the morning. The Dragon Boat Festival is still 3 days away. The water lies calm beneath the growing light. The world we visited tonight grows quiet now. And you can simply rest here, comfortable and at ease. Your mind can relax. Your body can soften. If you are already drifting into sleep, allow yourself to sink a little deeper. If you are still awake, listen to the quiet. There is nothing more to do, nowhere else to be. I'll be here whenever you need another peaceful moment like this. But for now, rest gently and sleep well. Good night.